Throughout my experience coaching and training dominant women, a common theme that I have seen is these women can almost get stuck in a masculine energy or way of expressing simply due to the demands of life, right? Life gets exhausting, overwhelming, tiring. And so I found that these women often get stuck in a masculine, aggressive state that actually weakens their goddess energy. So ladies, if you need to tap into your divine feminine, stay tuned, because in today's video, I'm giving you 7 powerful steps you can use to activate your inner goddess today. The first method I would suggest to you to start tapping into your divine feminine energy is to start a yoga or dance practice. When you're practicing yoga or dance, what you're doing is you're creating a mind-body connection. And you're doing that through connecting with your breath, the energetic breath. And this is something we talk about a lot in yoga, but this also goes along with the divine feminine because breath is life, right? You can go a certain number of days without water, a certain number of days without food, but you can only go a certain number of seconds without breath. And so it can be a really powerful way to tap into the power that you do have simply by existing and breathing and having that divine feminine creation energy surging through you. And when you start to move in a sensual way, tap into how your body can feel, how your body can move. It can be a very beautiful and sensual experience, especially if you struggle with disassociation, anxiety, things like that. This can be a beautiful and powerful way to bring you back into your divine feminine being. Next, build a positive body image. Ladies, this is so important because shame blocks the flow of your feminine energy. It does. It disrupts the flow because what does shame do? Shame essentially says that there is something defective about you. There's something wrong about you. There's something unworthy about you. And one of the biggest factors I've found lately that is contributing to this overwhelming sense of shame in you ladies is chronic comparison, where it's all the time. You're on social media, always, but you're looking at it not as an enjoyable, pleasurable way to connect with other people, but you're looking at it as a constant comparison. What do they have that I don't have? What are they doing that I'm not doing? And it's this constant one-upsmanship, right? So we're no longer comparing ourselves. You know the whole phrase, the adage, keeping up with the Joneses, right? The Joneses is typically who was in your sphere locally, right? Now this has been magnified where we have this insane level of comparison where you are comparing yourself against a celebrity's home, a celebrity's life, a celebrity's relationship, whatever. And it creates, especially with influencers who it's like anyone can be on social media and just have absolutely nothing to contribute, have absolutely no presence, no charisma, no charm, no platform, nothing of substance, and they can, find a following. And then ladies, you look at that and you go, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me that I'm not in a relationship? What's wrong with me that I don't look that way? What's wrong with me? Da 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 da. And we bring this shame in. Comparison is the gateway for shame. So you have to cut the comparison and cut the shame, ladies. And you have to look at yourself as a beautiful, unique human being created with purpose and for purpose. And that's what sets you apart. That's what makes you a goddess. You are unique. There is no one else out there that can be you, that can do what you do the way that you do it. So you are beautiful and wonderful and unique, and you have innate value to you. That is the antidote to shame. Also, maintain a self-care routine. Now, for dominant types, self-care can be tricky because we're always looking out elsewhere. We're looking at what do other people need from us? What can we give to other people? How can we manage the things that we need to manage, etc. So self-care for dom types can be tricky. Furthermore, for femdom types, okay? And so that is the importance of, ladies, maintaining a self-care routine, especially to activate your goddess energy. What does a self-care routine state? What does it say about you? A healthy and consistent self-care routine is actually a statement to yourself, a powerful statement to yourself that says, I will be seen, heard, and will leave a lasting legacy. Think about that. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not bathing, brushing your teeth, eating well, exercising, all of these things, you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to be seen, I'm not going to be heard, and my life makes no difference. Self-care brings that back, brings that goddess energy back, that no, I am here for a reason and I have shit to say. I will be seen, I will be heard, and my feminine power will make a difference in this world. That is the beauty and the power of a consistent self-care routine. My next tip is to infuse daily romance into your space, into your energy. And this one really is up to you, ladies. Whatever speaks to you in the most lovely, sensual, beautiful, romantic way. It can be anything from music and poetry to textures like silk and fur or velvet, flowers, bubble baths, perfumes, etc. The key here when we're infusing romance is we're kind of stopping and smelling the roses, so to speak, quite literally maybe, where we're stopping and we're tapping into the flow of our feminine energy. We don't have to be fire, explosive, aggressive. We don't have to go and conquer the world the way that men go and conquer things. We can do it in our way, with our power, at our pace. And that's the beautiful thing about infusing romance, is it can ground you. I love wearing furs, and I have a velvet dress on right now, and I love drinking out of beautiful crystal glasses, and I love my fur slippers with the heels on them, and my silk robes, and my music, and my literature. Like, it's all a beautiful way for me to activate my goddess energy, to allow my goddess energy to just flow through me, that feminine power, that feminine beauty to just flow through me. And infusing your energy in your space with such romantic touches can serve you in exactly the same way as well. My next tip that you might find a bit tricky, but it is very important, that is practicing asking for what you need. And ladies, this is a great one, because when you are trying to activate your divine feminine energy and move within your power, it's soft, it's steady, but it's still power. And if you're trying to navigate through that energy or maximize or even bring it into your space at all, you have to get a little vulnerable. If you've been stuck in a masculine state where you have to do everything yourself and everything is very sharp and hard and aggressive, and you can't be soft and you can't be vulnerable, it's probably taking a toll on you. You probably feel quite tired. You probably feel overwhelmed, if not constantly, frequently enough. And that's why I say, goddess, fellow queen, you deserve help. You deserve a break. You deserve rest. But you have to be vulnerable to do that, to ask for that. And this is a good practice for us, ladies, to be vulnerable and to really tell the people that we trust, okay, that, yeah, I'm feeling down today. I need a break today, or I need help today. Could you help me with this? So on and so forth. And extend this even to your erotic, sensual, sexual pleasure as well. Ask for what you need. Direct your partner to where you like to be touched, held, etc. And do so. Receive these things. Receive the help and receive the pleasure without performance. You do not have to step into performative receiving, ladies. You don't have to put on a big show if you're not feeling like it. You know what I mean? You don't have to fake anything. Ask for what you need, and if you're not getting what you need, then communicate again. Hey, can you move here? Can you help me with this? Can you do this? It doesn't matter if this is just domestic chores or sexual experiences. Ask for what you need. Ask for help and activate that beautiful flow of vulnerability in your energy. And speaking of vulnerability, my next step is kind of similar, but it is to be vulnerable with someone that you trust. So in the previous step, it was more about asking for help, which is vulnerable. But this one is more about you as a being. Into me you see, right? If you want to get intimate with someone, we have to be vulnerable. And if you have been stuck in a detached, disassociative, hard, cold survival state, ladies, and it's a struggle for you to get soft, it's a struggle for you to trust, it's a struggle for you to get vulnerable, then you may take some time here and you may have to go slow. But once you do build trust with someone, and it doesn't have to be a man, it doesn't have to be even an intimate partner, this could be a friend, a counselor, whatever. But once you develop that where you feel like you can trust someone, you can be vulnerable with them, be vulnerable with them. Share your hurts. Share your insecurities, share your thoughts, share your perspectives. Because that is practice of maneuvering in that energy, in that space of femininity where it's not a fire energy, it's not an explosive energy, but it's more of a water energy. But think about it, water can do just as much damage as fire. Water, when it's consistent and it's moving in a path, it can cut through rocks, it can make ways in the ground, right? Same thing goes for you. When we're activating that vulnerability, it doesn't make us weak. It grounds us in who we are and what we need so that we can continue to flow. And my final suggestion for you ladies is to begin a creative project. And this one is very powerful because it's so tactile. A creative project like writing or painting or drawing or photography. Something tactile, something physical, right? But this can really be powerful because, ladies, think about it. We have creation energy flowing through us as females. Yes, we cannot make a baby without the sperm of a man, but we do all the work. We get the sperm, we start, doing what we do. We grow a baby and we birth a baby. We birth new life. We can create new life. And so if you're struggling with that, if you're struggling with your sense of feminine power and feminine authority and energy, think about that. Think about the fact that you are a creator. You have creative energy flowing through you, ladies. It's in your veins. It's in your being. And so when we start a creative project, we can tap into that very, very easily. We can start being grounded in our creative project, and it can start bringing back to us associations of our true nature and our true power. And it can be very inspirational and very grounding when we do finish that creative project, whatever it might be, a piece of art or a poem or whatever. We see it come to fruition. We see it complete. That's powerful. We created this out of nothing. And it can really, really infiltrate your mind and your heart with that realization that, ladies, you are powerful and creation flows through you. So if you enjoyed today's video, be good little boys and girls for Goddess and hit like and subscribe and comment below with any questions you would like me to answer in an upcoming video.